What's up, guys? It's Jared the Flipping Genius. I know I've been promising you guys an update, and I think that time is now. So I started this flip challenge. If you've been following the last year, 2018, I decided, kind of on a friend's gentleman bet, if I could turn pocket change I had in my car into $14,000 by just flipping things, reinvesting, flipping. So that starting total I had in my car was like $3.44. Took pictures of the coins and everything. And what everybody wants to know, I think, is, was I able to do that cash out, that $14,000? And I've been promising an update for a couple weeks, but I was gathering my thoughts how best to describe what happened. Because it's not just a simple dollar amount that I just cashed out to say, yeah, I hit it, or no, I didn't. So I want to tell you kind of things along the way that I learned, the lessons, the ups and downs, and hopefully it kind of closes the chapter on this flip challenge and springboards me into what I got next. So the answer, did I hit that $14,000 and cash out? The answer is no. I failed at doing that. But there's a little bit more to it, and I'll explain. But let me go over some of the negatives that I learned along the way first, because I want to be fair in the negatives and the positives of both of the flip challenge. So one of the negatives is sometimes you think you have a bright idea, and to be honest, majority of people will think you're nuts. I had a lot of friends and family that were very supportive, but a lot of people thought I was nutty. Not only did they think it was unattainable, which just basically fueled me, but you know, people don't really see the big picture. And as time went on, more and more people that I think were haters kind of started coming around that maybe he's going to do this. I try to not let that stuff affect me, but that is one of the negatives. When you get on a new kick of something that you're super passionate about, you're going to have people that are in your corner and people that completely are going to disregard your ideas. So that's something that I guess I took in stride and I took for granted, but that was something I had to deal with. Also, everybody, I think, in some way, form, or fashion is afraid of failure. And I knew that starting this, I was going to have to prove myself, not only to people that were following me and everybody, but myself. And I had doubts if I could actually do it, but I really didn't care. I was going to try. So I was still working a full-time job up until about September of last year. So I was doing the full-time job while doing that. And the first couple of months, I really wasn't taking it that serious. So when I first started, you have to be very particular about what items that you're buying, because you don't have that much to start with. So you either need to take a lower offer to get sales right away, or you have to be extremely specific about what you buy and knowing that it has a good sell-through rate. But as things progressed through the months, I started to pick up steam pretty quickly. About about mid-year, like June, July, I was hitting full stride. I was able to not only have expendable income where I could go and source repeatedly and go buy things, but the hardest part about it going through that was actually keeping up with the grand totals by adding everything up, taking pictures of what sold. And another valuable lesson that I learned is I was taking every dollar that I had and going and reinvesting it right away. I wasn't leaving enough money when I had returns. So there was a few occasions where I had returns and I had no more money in my PayPal, and fortunately a sale would come through and I'd be able to reimburse a return, but I was able to just post it right back over again. And initially the two returns that I did have during that whole flip challenge, I actually was able to resell, and one was an insurance claim, which I was able to get the money back. So it worked out anyway. Now the pros. I can't tell you how immeasurable and how valuable the compound interest effect is. Einstein said that compound interest was the eighth wonder of the world. Some of the most wealthiest people on the planet believe in compound interest. Warren Buffett swears by it. He's made majority of his net worth and his wealth from the time he was 60 and on, even though he's been trading stocks since he was like 12 years old. So what I learned is through the time of constantly reinvesting, there was a time where around December that I probably could have taken all my money out, and I might have been close to hitting the 14 grand. But what I realized is that every time I was taking $1 and reinvesting it, I was initially taking $1 and turning it into 10, 15, 20. So now it's 3 weeks into 2019, and this is where I'm at. I have 2,000 items, give or take, that are listed. I have probably $200,000 in inventory. I have 3,000 items that I still have yet to list. But to me, the most valuable asset that I felt that I gained over than just the experience and the knowledge, which is very important, is I got to hire 2 full-time employees. Well, 1 full-time and 1 part-time, excuse me. And having those people rely on me and depend on me for a wage where they can support their family, school, whatever it is that they're doing, to me is, I built that from pocket change. And I did that in a year, 9 months part-time, and then going into it full-time for the last 3 months of the year. So rolling all that compound interest into this next year, I got really big plans for 2019. So I'm starting a new flip challenge for myself personally. It's never been done before, at least not that I know of, but I'm gonna document it as well. I started my YouTube channel now. I just started it this year. I have my buddy Ethan that's hooking me up with some video editing. So check that out. My YouTube channel is The Flipping Genius. The Flipping Genius, one word. Go ahead and check that out. Like, comment, subscribe. But the things that are in store for the future, I'm 10xing it even more so. By the end of the 2019 year, let's just say it's going to be huge. So I'll give you the details and the schematics about it later, but I wanted to fill everybody in. I know people have been asking about it. I didn't pull out 14,000 cash, but I got something that's way more valuable. Again, guys, I'm the Flipping Genius. Thank you so much for the follow. Hope you follow and continuing in 2019. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, make sure you go ahead and hit me up, The Flipping Genius.